Paris. Bright lights. Royal calm. Then, shock. Leonor and Christian. Hand in hand. In public. France. Speechless. This changes everything. The scene was as elegant as it was unexpected. Princess Leonor of Spain, the heir to the Spanish throne, and Prince Christian of Denmark were spotted together in Paris, and not at a gala, not at a formal state dinner, but in the heart of the city, surrounded by ordinary people. They were smiling, relaxed, and most importantly, they were holding hands, a gesture that sent shockwaves through European media within minutes. Why does this matter so much? For royals, public gestures are never casual. Every step, every wave, every glance carries meaning. For Leonor, still undergoing military training and carefully preparing for her future role as queen, this was a bold, visible statement. Her relationship with Christian is not a rumor, not speculation, but very much real, very much alive, and now very much public. Let's rewind. Only months ago, speculation swirled about Leonor and Christian, fueled by sightings at discreet royal gatherings and formal events. Spanish palace officials remained silent, sticking to protocol. Danish officials smiled politely when asked, never confirming, never denying. But now, with one simple walk down a Parisian street, everything has changed. Eyewitnesses describe the moment as almost cinematic. Leonor, dressed simply but elegantly in a soft cream coat and black boots, seemed calm and confident. Christian, walking slightly ahead, turned back to guide her through the crowd, a small gesture, but one that spoke volumes. The two paused by the Seine, exchanged words, and even laughed as photographers rushed in to capture the moment. French media exploded first. Headlines screamed, "Spanish princess and Danish prince together in Paris." Social media lit up in minutes, with hashtags trending across Spain, Denmark, and even the UK. Some fans rejoiced, calling it a fairy tale come true. Others were more cautious, questioning whether this was appropriate while Leonor is still deep in her military studies. And yet, there is a deeper layer to this story, one that makes it even more compelling. This gesture was not just personal. It was political. By stepping into public view together, Leonor and Christian have placed their relationship firmly in the European spotlight. For centuries, royal marriages have been tools of diplomacy, symbols of unity between nations. A future union between Spain and Denmark would not just be a love story, it would be a powerful alliance, strengthening ties between two monarchies and two countries. Consider the timing. France, a nation that values its own republican ideals, has always been fascinated, and sometimes skeptical, of royal romance stories. For Leonor and Christian to appear there, together, sends a subtle but unmistakable signal: their love is not confined to palaces or private estates. It belongs to Europe, and to the people who will one day see Leonor crowned as queen. But how are Spain and Denmark reacting behind closed doors? Reports suggest that King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia were informed of Leonor's Paris visit in advance. Far from being caught off guard, insiders claim the Spanish royal household quietly approved the trip, seeing it as an opportunity for the public to get used to the idea of a future Queen Leonor who is not just a military cadet or a ceremonial figure, but a young woman in love. In Denmark, Queen Mary and Crown Prince Frederik are said to be supportive but cautious. Christian is only beginning to step into his future role as Crown Prince, and a public relationship with a fellow royal is a major step. Danish commentators are already debating what this could mean for Christian's future as king. And whether a Spanish queen consort would modernize or complicate the Danish monarchy. And then there's the French reaction. Paris has seen its share of royal love stories before, but this one feels different. Crowds gathered quickly, cheering and taking photos, some even shouting their congratulations in Spanish and Danish. For a few moments, the City of Lights became the backdrop for a scene that felt like it belonged in a movie. The moment also raises new questions. When will an official engagement be announced? Will Spain and Denmark coordinate a joint statement, or will the couple wait until Leonor finishes her military training? Will Copenhagen, or Madrid, host the wedding that royal watchers are already dreaming about? Each of these questions fuels curiosity, keeping the public engaged, waiting, speculating. And that is part of what makes this story so powerful. Leonor, once seen as the shy young princess, is coming into her own. She has faced years of scrutiny, balancing her education, her duty, and the enormous expectations placed upon her shoulders. And yet, in Paris, she looked serene, almost relieved, as if saying, "This is who I am, and this is my choice." Christian, too, has grown up in the public eye. Known for his charm and quiet confidence, he seemed protective, careful, but proud to stand by Leonor's side. Together, they represent a new generation of European royals, less constrained by formality, more open, more human. Over the next several minutes, we'll dive deeper into what this means for both monarchies. We'll explore the history of royal alliances between Spain and Denmark, from Queen Isabella's era to the present day, and why this potential union might be one of the most significant in modern European history. We'll look at the challenges ahead, media pressure, protocol, and public expectation, and how Leonor and Christian will have to navigate them carefully to protect their privacy and their future. This is more than a romance. It is history in motion. And as Europe reacts, one thing is certain: the next chapter of this story will be even more captivating. Stay with us as we uncover every detail, every reaction, every hidden meaning behind this public gesture, and why it might just be the beginning of the royal wedding the world has been waiting for.